Okay, if you're any of these things, if you're snoozing your alarm, if you're not wanting to get up and do anything in the mornings, not feeling motivated, really lacking a purpose, and just feeling like a bit lost and like you could be spending more with your time, sick. So am I. I'm completely unsure of the future and I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with my life. Yeah, these thoughts I'm sure come up with you guys, and it sucks. When you've got a defined goal to work towards, it can be very motivating. But like, who at this age knows what they want to do? And by knowing what you want to do, I mean having a defined end state in mind. Like, what for you determines success in life? What is that point you're trying to get to? Because I have no idea. And I know 90% of you watching probably also have no idea. So I'm going to teach you how you can be motivated, how you can be driven without having a clue what you want to do. And yeah, not have all of that guilt, not have all of that depression. Thrive, feel content, enjoy life. Quick disclaimer, I am no expert whatsoever. This is just like the mental models that have worked for me and that I constantly implement to help improve my life. Okay, so yeah, I spent the last few days kind of just deep in it and trying to figure out what is the formula for motivation without a goal. How do you instill that drive and how do you get that spark to go off and do everything that you kind of want to do as opposed to just lying around, scrolling through TikTok, going on Netflix, whatever. You get the vibe. And yeah, this is what I ended up doing. When I'm looking back at all of my YouTube videos from the past or when I've been in those like motivated mindsets, I'm like, how the hell is this possible? And I'm sure like watching this, you also think the same. Every time I look at why I was motivated in that moment, I come to the same conclusion. I was actively in love with life. I was content with the process and thoroughly enjoying most of my day to day. Don't get me wrong, there's stresses, there's points of like, there's things you hate, but for the most part, yeah, enjoying every moment. Sick. How on earth do we get there? You see, the thing is, the human mind is complicated, but everything in there is just a chemical reaction that you have complete control over. You determine your way of thinking, and everything you do and all of the actions you take have consequences that relate to your mindset. Okay, I'm about to be super cliche, but there's a reason for that, so bear with. We only get one life to live. We're only on this planet once, 4,000 weeks, 90 years. There's no purpose, there's no real reason for us being here. In fact, it's a miracle that we actually even are here. But we do only get this life once. After that, nothing. Now, you ready for the climax of the cliche? Today is a gift. Now, I know, but it's true. Once you start to appreciate that every second in your life counts, that every moment is a miracle, and this life is actually something to be treasured, you start to fall in love with the process again. Or for the first time, I have no idea. But when you start to fall in love with life, this miracle, this moment, and really appreciate it, all of the chores, all of the stresses, everything is put into perspective. And the chemical reactions in your brain start to change. You start to see things from a different view, from a different reality. For me, working out no longer seems like a chore. It's an opportunity to make tomorrow or tomorrow's gift that 1% better each time. Breakups, setbacks, downfalls, they're no longer a pure negative. It's just another experience to learn from, a chance to experience more raw emotion. And then going even further, any social anxiety or social limitations that you have, they start to diminish because you realize that every social interaction you have is actually just a chance to experience that person's life or to live that person's experience as well as your own. And yeah, to add depth to the gift that is today, this singular life we live, the miracle. Cool, you get the point. Now, people ask me why I do what I do every day, why I try so hard, how I balance everything. I'm human, I don't, but that's only because every now and then I just forget how mad it is that we're actually living right now. You take life for granted, start taking everything more serious. The stress comes back, everything comes back, and it sucks. But when I get into that headspace, all I need is that reminder. I just step back and I deep it again. Think about life. How sick is it? Yeah, today's a gift, all that cliche bollocks, but it is just that reminder. And there are so many little triggers that we can do on a day-to-day basis to help remind us of that, to help change those chemical reactions in our brain and put everything into the perspective we want it to be in. Now, for me, there's lots of little things I can do. So for example, listening to euphoric music, meditating, gratitude journaling, stimulating conversations with other people, working out, reading, pretty much anything that just helps you to break out of autopilot and focus on the moment, or that like increases your chances of being more appreciative of what's like around you. So those are like loads of little things that you can do on a day-to-day basis. They're like very small triggers, but then obviously things like your sleep, your eating, your physical health, if all of those things are out of whack, you're sleeping 3 hours a night, random times of the day, eating terribly, whatever, it's harder to change the chemical reactions in your brain, harder to put yourself into that positive perspective, and yeah, you're just a bit more out of touch with your body. When everything's working in harmony, when you're getting good sleep, when you're eating well, when you're working out, you have so much more control over your emotions. It's much easier to look at things in a positive framing. It's easier to fall in love with your reality and everything that comes with it. And on that note, I'm starting to feel a bit better. This morning, I was feeling absolutely terrible. I went to the gym, I started deeping it all. Like I said, working out was that little trigger that reminded me that this life is amazing. And I just want to be making the most of every second, making every second count. And I want to inspire you guys to do the same. That's this channel. So if you do want to follow that content, drop a subscribe, hang around. Yeah, I think I needed this video more for me than anyone else. Next video, social anxiety, all of the little things that I've done to help overcome that and just like push myself into any social situation. Awesome. Hope to see you there. See you in the next one. A lot going through my mind. This next 6 months is going to be mental. I appreciate all of you guys sticking with me, working on this journey together, becoming better people, and seeing where the future goes.